Welcome. Let's find the equation of an ellipse, knowing that the location of the vertices at 1, 12 and 1, -4. And the value of the eccentricity, it is a 1/2. Let's start by identifying the orientation of our ellipse. Do we have a vertical or horizontal ellipse? Well, let's take a look at the location of the vertices of the major axis at 1, 12 and 1, -4. So let's just approximate those values. 1, 12, I'm going to say that is somewhere around here. And 1, -4, it's somewhere around here. And when we connect these 2 points, we can see that the major axis is a vertical line. So now we can choose which equation of an ellipse we're going to be using. Let's use one where the value of a is the denominator of the term, where the y is being squared. And therefore the denominator of our first term must be b squared. So now let's look for the information that we need to properly define this equation. Well, we definitely need the center of our ellipse, the values of h and k. We need the length from the center to the major axis, which is a. And we need the length from the center to the edge of the minor axis, which is b. So now we have a clear objective. Let's try to find these 3 pieces of information. It will be useful for us to create a little sketch of our ellipse, which we have here. And again, notice that our ellipse is opening mostly vertically, because when we connect the vertices, we have a vertical line. Well, to find the center, that is the midpoint between the vertices of 1, 12 and 1, -4. And we can find that information. The midpoint will be located at 1, 4. Notice that 1, 4, it is 8 units away from the bottom vertex, and 1, 4, it's 8 units away from the upper vertex. So now we have 1 out of the 3 pieces of information, but we know the value of a as well, because that is the distance from the center to one of the vertex in the major axis. And we just said that that was 8 units up from the center, and also 8 units down from the center. So the only thing that is needed is to find the value of b, which represents the distance from the center to the vertex of the minor axis. But we do not have those points. So how are we going to find the length of b? Well, let's not forget that we have this extra piece of information, that the eccentricity, it is equivalent to 1/2. Well, let's remember one thing. The way that we define eccentricity, it is the ratio between c divided by a. So how about we combine these 2 pieces of information? We want to have an eccentricity of 1/2, but the eccentricity, it is defined as c over a. Now we have a small equation which we can use to solve for more information on this ellipse. But a common mistake is to have this ratio and say that the numerators are equal to each other and the denominators are equal to each other. But notice that if we do that, we are going to say that c is equivalent to 1 and a is equivalent to 2. And this, it's a conflict because we already knew that a has to be of a value of 8, not of a value of 2. So let's not make that mistake. But what we can do, we can use information that we already have. A was defined as the value of 8. So how about we plug that in as the denominator of the ratio in the right? And when we do that, now we can solve for c. Let's do some cross multiplication. 2 times c, well, that is 2c. And 1 times 8, well, that is just 8. And now we can solve for c. c, it is of a value of 4. Why did we spend time looking for c if that is not what we were looking for? We needed the length of b. But now that we have this value of c, we can use the relationships between a, b, and c. And remember that relationship is that a squared is equal to b squared plus c squared. And now when we let a be equals to 8, and when we let c be equals to 4, the only unknown is going to be b, and that's what we're looking for. So let's plug that in and solve for b. So now we're going to get 8 squared equals b squared plus 4 squared. 8 squared is 64. B squared, we do not know. That's what we're looking for. And 4 squared is 16. And if we take 16 to both sides, we're going to have that b squared is equal to 48. And I would take the square root on both sides. Now we are going to say that b is equivalent to the square root of 48. And now we are done, because now we have the value of b, the square root of 48. And I know that we can simplify the square root of 48, but I'm just going to keep it as the square root of 48. So now we're done. Because now we can plug the information of the center of 1, 4 as h, k, the value of 8 as the denominator of the second fraction, and the value of the square root of 48 as the denominator of the second fraction. So now let's define our equation. We're going to get x minus h, which is 1, square plus y minus k, which is 4, square equals to 1. And the denominator of our first ratio, it is b, which we have it as the square root of 48, square, and the denominator of our second fraction, it is of a value of 8. So now we can say that we are done. We just found the equation of an ellipse with this location as vertices and having an eccentricity of 1/2.
Hello. If you would like to continue learning about mathematics, you can check out the videos on the left.